Hello students. So students, we will continue with the previous chapter, that is diversity in living organisms. Okay, so today we will discuss about kingdom Plantae. Okay, kingdom Plantae are multicellular eukaryotes with cell wall. The features, the features of kingdom Plantae from other organisms that I have discussed in the last class also. They are eukaryotic, they have cell wall, they are autotrophic. Now in kingdom Plantae, it includes large number of organisms. And now how those organisms are grouped into different groups, or how those organisms are classified. So the first level of classification among plants depends on whether the plant body has a well differentiated distinct components, means whether the plant body is differentiated or divided into stems, roots and leaves. Then among all these organisms, first this thing is seen. Okay, and then after that the next level of classification is based on whether the differentiated plant body has special tissues for the transport of water and other substances, whether they have xylem and phloem type of a special tissue to transport water from the ground to the other parts of the plant, and food from other parts of the plant to the or food from the aerial parts of the plant to other. Okay, now further classification looks at the ability to bear seeds and whether the seeds are enclosed within the fruits or no. So after that, another type of level is that whether they bear seeds or no, and if they bear seeds, whether the seed is naked or whether it is enclosed within the fruit. So these are the 3 or 4 points, okay, on which the classification of organism in kingdom Plantae is done. Okay, so first group is Thallophyta. Now what is Thallophyta? Thallophyta, the distinguishing features of Thallophyta is here plant body is not differentiated into stem, roots and leaves. Okay, but it is in the form of an undivided mass which is called as thallus. So here in Thallophyta, the roots, stems and leaves are not there, but there is a big mass of undivided tissue. There is a tissue which is not differentiated into root, leaves and stems, but it is called as a thallus. The cells are undivided cells. Okay, plant tissue doesn't have plant body doesn't have a special tissue for conduction of water and food. Okay, and it doesn't have a ability to bear seeds. It doesn't bear seeds also. And they are autotrophic, means they have chlorophyll in the cells and they can perform photosynthesis. They can manufacture their own food. And here generally the asexual reproduction takes place. And they have a cellulose cell wall. Cell wall is made up of cellulose, and mostly they are aquatic, means most of the organisms they are found in water. So the examples are here, you can see in the slide: Spirogyra, Ulithrix, Cladophora. Okay, so these are the examples of Thallophyta. And here you can see also that there is no root even in the Spirogyra. You can see here in the Spirogyra also no root is there, no stem is there, no leaf is there. Okay, so they are not differentiated into these structures. And they have, you can see in the Spirogyra, the chlorophyll is there and it is green in color, means it can perform photosynthesis. Okay, now after that we come to another group, that is Bryophyta. What is Bryophyta? Now in Bryophyta, they are small multicellular organisms. They are small multicellular green land plants. These simple land plants are confined to shady, damp places. They are also called as amphibians of plant kingdoms. Okay, bryophytes are also called as amphibians of plant kingdom. Their plant body is flat, green thallus. Okay, example like in Markensia, you will see Markensia. Here the picture is shown in the slide. Okay, it's a green body, just green plain flat thallus like a body, and it is like that, or a leafy erect structure in moss, example funaria. You can see in funaria also, you can see in the slide in Markensia, see here the picture, of Markensia. So what is this? This is a flat thallus like structure, and in funaria is a moss, and in funaria there is a leafy erect structure. I think you can see this leafy erect structure. Okay, so that is the characteristics of bryophytes. They lack real roots. They do not have roots. Okay, they lack real roots, stems, and leaves, and have no flowers. Understood? So they lack real roots. Roots are not real. Real roots are absent here. Okay. Now they do not have any special tissue also for conduction of water and other substances. So these are the characteristics of bryophytes. You can see here. Okay. So examples are Markensia and funaria. So you can see the picture of Markensia and funaria also, and you can also see the diagram. Now next we come to pteridophytes. What are pteridophytes? They are found mainly in shady and damp places. They are also found in shady and damp places. Here in pteridophytes, the plant body is differentiated into. In pteridophytes, the plant body is differentiated into roots, stems, and leaves. And they have special tissue for conduction of water and other substances. Okay, and here the plant body doesn't have flowers and do not produce seeds. Only they are differentiated into roots, stems, and leaves. Okay, so here the examples are Marsilia. You can see the picture, Marsilia and ferns and horsetail. So this is a picture of Marsilia and this is the fern. So these are the pteridophytes. Now next we will discuss about gymnosperms and angiosperms. But today we will discuss till here only. In the next class we will discuss about gymnosperms and angiosperms. Now students, what is the main difference between bryophytes and pteridophytes? The main difference between bryophytes and pteridophytes, see pteridophytes here only in pteridophytes only the differentiation of plant has, or differentiation of tissues has differentiation of tissue takes place. Okay, in bryophytes this thing is not seen. So the difference between pteridophyte and bryophytes is here in bryophytes the plant body is either thallus, means undivided mass of cells, or real stem and leaves are absent. If you see the leaves also, like in funaria, that leaf, but that is not actually the true leaf. So here the true structures are absent. Whereas in pteridophytes, the true leaf, root and stem are present. Okay. Now here in bryophytes, the plant body is fixed by some special structures which are called as rhizoids. But in pteridophytes, they have true roots. So plant body is fixed to the ground by the roots. Okay. And here plant bryophytes are non-vascular in nature. Non-vascular means they do not have vascular tissue. Vascular tissue are the special tissues which helps in the conduction of water and other substances. So they do not have vascular, they are non-vascular, whereas pteridophytes, they are vascular plants. They have xylem and phloem, or they have special tissues for conduction of water and other minerals or other substances. So this is the main difference between bryophytes and pteridophytes. Okay, so students, we will do till here. In next class we will continue with kingdom Plantae. Okay, just revise whatever is explained to you, complete your homework and submit your homework during clarification round. Thank you students.